Every shadow holds a story. Every story hides a haunting truth. If it chills, bewilders, or keeps you up at night, you'll find it here. Step into the darkness with us and dare to listen to the Ghost Encounters podcast. Welcome back, all you spooky people, to the Ghost Encounters podcast. I am paranormal investigator Justin Torok.
And I'm Jordan, the group scientist.
I'm Hannah, your death-obsessed bestie.
Welcome back, everyone. We had to take a little break over the summer because our lives have just been a little bit crazy.
They've been shit.
Everything's in the toilet. We're fine.
No, nothing's in the toilet. Everything's great. I mean, it's great on my end, just busy.
Slowly getting myself back together.
Well, I hope you've all had a good summer so far.
Better than ours.
We have a really exciting investigation episode coming up. It'll be coming out in October. It's at the Hanoverville Roadhouse in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. That place is pretty crazy because it's so old and ancient. There's a hidden hatch in the floor. The owner has taken in things from other haunted local places. Mm-hmm. So it just became
that building was a maze.
It's
such a maze. Nothing makes sense the way everything's laid out.
And not to mention, I cut you off before you said this place is a gateway, but they also have that fucking mirror in the attic.
Yes, that's supposedly like literal, a portal.
Yeah.
We didn't get anything too crazy in the attic, but...
Spoiler.
I do have a surprise for Hannah.
For me?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Jordan and I went through all the audio and looked at some of the footage, and let's just say a series of events happens to just you.
Just Hannah.
In a very crazy spot, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, don't say more.
Nope,
It's too cool.
That's it. It's pretty wild.
Okay, I'm excited. I wasn't excited. This is the best thing that's happened to me in like 6 months, you guys.
But there will be a big event that should be on October 17th. We will be doing a kind of like a premiere event like we did at Sleepy Cat. We're going to have a ticket, and then I'll probably include some kind of beverage and an exclusive seat to the showing. We may have it in his room, which is called the Boyd Room.
Yeah.
And I think he has a screen and stuff there so we can put stuff on. So it should be pretty cool. Anyway, this episode, as paranormal investigators ourselves, we have a few bones to pick. We're diving into the ghostly grievances and supernatural eye rolls that drive us just a little bit crazy.
Just a little.
From the same stories and cliches to the overdramatic and the clearly fake, things that make Scoby Doo look like a fucking documentary.
That's funny.
It's all in good spooky fun, but let's be honest, some of this stuff needs to be exorcised from the genre.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just here to be really mean. I forget what I said. It's been so long since I listed these that I forget what I said. So I'm going to be as surprised as nobody's going to be surprised by it.
I don't think we're going to be surprised.
No.
But listen to what we have to say about our paranormal pet peeves, and we'll be right back. And we are back. All right. I'm going to go first on the things that just irritate me.
It really
things that I really don't like. Yeah, it really grinds my ears.
That's what this is. You're just ripping off a Family Guy.
Yeah, pretty much. But Jordan, I know you're going to agree with me on this because we have talked about this before when we have watched certain things. And it's when paranormal shows go to foreign countries trying to speak to the spirits in English and getting English responses.
Why the fuck can they speak English?
Exactly. And the one that really stands out, and I remember we watched this episode together, it was Ghost Hunters International. They went to what's left of the castle from Elizabeth Bathory, the Blood Countess. Also, there's an episode that we did on the Blood Countess. Go listen to it and watch it if you want to learn more. But they were there, and they were literally trying to talk to a couple 100-year-old Hungarian...
Hungarian nobility.
Nobility in English and getting, responses in English?
Yeah, what? What?
If we ever get big enough and we're going to go to a foreign country and we're going to do investigations there, maybe we'll have I don't know, a translator.
Yeah, or
You know what I
like
mean?
learn a certain question in
come
Hungarian
up with
or
it at
whatever
least
Or wherever
language.
it may be. Yeah.
At least start plugging stuff into like Google Translate, you know?
Yeah.
Something. But
GPT,
even like, how are you
man.
going to listen for EVPs, and you could just be hearing gibberish and not even realizing maybe you have something great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I
like,
mean?
Dear Hungarian listeners, like, please help. What? I was listening to somebody recently just talk about Elizabeth Bathory. I'm trying to remember who it was, but I can't. I was watching The Casual Criminalist, and Simon Whistler was talking about Elizabeth Bathory. But he gave us this little factoid that I thought was very interesting. Apparently, the Hungarian language is so incomprehensible to people who don't speak Hungarian that it's often used as like an alien language in movies with aliens.
That's
I
fucking
could see
funny.
that. I could totally see that.
I have no framework for what it sounds like, but that's,
Well, my grandparents speak fluent Hungarian.
That's
They're
wild.
right from Hungary to here. And they used to speak Hungarian around us when they didn't want us to know what they were saying. And I could totally
As one
see
does.
how they would just
That's
use that
funny.
as an
Yeah.
alien language.
and
It's really hard.
if they release like a Hungarian language version of the film, they have to redub the alien stuff with something else.
Oh my god,
'Cause
that's funny.
otherwise
Otherwise
it's
it's just regular talking.
That's
What
so
the hell?
funny.
It's like, why are these what?
But not just Hungarian, any place to go. I mean, with the exception of like England, Ireland, you know,
They just have
English speaker,
accents.
but
English accents.
when they're going to France, when they're going to Germany, obviously Hungary, like we said, Spain.
Provalia
Why are they
Island.
Yeah, Provalia. Ghost Adventures went to
Oh.
Provalia. I love that episode, and the interest of Provalia in me is just exuberant because I just want to go there so bad, with it being, you know, a place for the dead from the bubonic plague, and after that, a mental asylum. So just double whammy.
Yeah.
But
Bad vibes.
it was a great episode, and some wild things happened. But again, it's an Italian place, and they're speaking English.
Yeah, they
and
had
like,
a couple.
getting responses in English.
Yeah,
they,
they
I
had
think
a
they may have had a
couple-
Make it
couple
make
Italian.
sense.
Yeah, they used it like a not like a translator, but they used like a pre-recorded thing that they like had talk and then got English responses or some shit.
How do you expect to get a response if most likely the people that were dead didn't know English? Like,
Yeah.
to talk to them in English and get an Italian response, but it's responding to you?
Now,
If I was a ghost, I'd be saying, "What are you saying?" All my EVPs would be like, "What?"
Yeah,
like,
like-
I wouldn't know what you're saying.
maybe we're just kind of thinking about what a ghost is wrong. Like, maybe if you were Italian and you spoke Italian to the ghosts, they would respond in Italian because they are no longer bound by, like, maybe when you die, maybe the necromancers were correct, and when you die, you have just infinite knowledge of, like, the universe.
Hey, that may,
Like,
you know,
the
you never
dead-
You know
know.
what? Maybe.
The
There's
dead
no
used to be
rules
able
for
to
the
act as
paranormal.
oracles and shit. Yeah, there's no rules.
We don't know. We
That's
don't
true.
know what happens when we die.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, you don't know. Maybe they can speak every language now.
Okay, let's just shit on my first grievance. That's
I know.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just being an asshole, honestly. That's like very,
But
ethereal kind of.
also just because it's like a spot, like playing devil's advocate for what I agree on, but just because a spot has all that history doesn't mean the dead people there are from that. They
Yeah,
could
I mean,
have
that's
been.
true.
They
That's
maybe
true.
there's something that happens when we die, and our spirits go to like a really traumatic site, and they don't mean to, and
You just get like
you
sucked
get a
around.
modern. Yeah, maybe you get like a
Like-
modern ghost at the time you do your investigation. I don't know.
I'd
We don't
be
know.
mad. I would
we
be
we
so
don't
mad.
know, but still, it's a grievance of mine.
You
Yeah,
know,
it's
I
very
think
annoying.
it definitely, it's a thing that I've definitely.
The point is, there's
Yeah.
not even an attempt to try.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
At least do something.
My next one is huge with me, even more than my
Oh.
first one, because obviously I'm part of a lot of I'm in a lot of paranormal groups on Facebook. My entire TikTok feed is filled with paranormal stuff, and let's start with TikTok. Okay, there are clearly staged, faked paranormal videos that get millions of views across TikTok, and people just believe it without questioning it. Like, it's clearly staged. Like, everything's set up. They have like a series of videos, you know, of things that happen, and it's like, that's too good to be true.
my
and like, dude, I can see the string. Dude, like, you know, someone just ran from one room to the other one. Like, some of them might be real, but when you have that, when that's coming from pages, that's literally all of that. When you have a staged series of events, of videos, or when you have that plus like political stuff, and then plus like ad stuff, it's like, okay, come on, yeah, I'm gonna believe that paranormal video amongst with all the other shit that you got in your stuff is actually real.
Not all the shit you got in your stuff.
That irks me, but I guess it's up to it. It's on entertainment, but don't claim that it's real.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's because people are dumb enough to believe anything.
Without questioning.
Seriously.
Yeah.
As soon as they see something on social media, oh, it's real, it's true.
Yeah.
And this is also with like AI stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
the AI is
Oh, my
killing
God.
me nowadays.
Because,
Killing
like,
me.
I mean, sometimes it's hard to tell. Legitimately,
Seriously,
sometimes
though, it is.
sometimes it fucks me up. I am not a perfect person, but also, I don't know. There was something that I saw the other day. This is also a small tangent, but somebody had like a little pink frog with little pink like antennae and shit. It was really cute, but I'm like, that's not a thing that's alive. What's happening here? And then I remembered, oh, AI is a thing.
Yeah,
AI is a
exactly.
thing, and it's everywhere.
Yeah,
It's annoying.
I think I saw a video the other day of somebody like pushing an old guy in a wheelchair into a pool.
Oh my
And I was like,
God.
holy shit.
It's getting better, and that's what's kind of scares me, that it's
Yeah.
actually getting better.
Yeah, it's just wild to see. I mean, the movement and stuff looks funny.
Yeah.
You know, the movement isn't right, the physics of it aren't quite
Yeah.
right. But the human faces a lot of the time are so like hyper realistic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's wild because that's not a person who exists.
Exactly.
You
It's
know, and I'm
crazy.
watching them like move around in real time. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's totally nuts. What a time to be alive.
I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either. Now, the next thing that's in the same genre is on a lot of these Facebook groups where anyone can just join and share paranormal stuff, is two things happen. You get someone's aunt or grandma that'll post something, and it'll be like, oh my god, look at all the spirits. And then everyone's commenting like, where? And they don't give any direction. They're just like, oh, don't you see them? And it's like, it's just a picture of someone's backyard.
Oh my God.
They're like, oh my god, there's spirits. And then as soon as people are like, dude, like, we see nothing, they get so upset and angry and defensive because, I don't know, with what we do, we have to have some kind of scientific go ahead at these things where not everything is paranormal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not everything is paranormal. When, you know, Aunt Phyllis is taking a picture of someone with the sun directly behind them and there's lens flares everywhere, and now Aunt Phyllis says, oh my god, there are angels falling from heaven, or there's ghosts all around you.
Oh, okay. So
You know,
this is
stuff like that.
Ghosts in my basement, but it's just like.
But it's just
dust.
because I shot into the light and there's dots everywhere because of that. You know? And the other one is someone will post a super zoomed in photo. Like super zoomed in. You can't tell what the fuck is in that picture. My computer screen is 5K, and all of a sudden whoever posted this is trying to make me look at 20 pixels. And I can see the squares, and they're like, oh my god, look at all the faces. I am being followed by demonic entities. And I'm like, all I see is like shades of gray.
Is this
Yeah,
like,
well,
is this like
zooming in that far, it must have been super, super fucking small, which is already counterproductive of your proof. Like, what the fuck? I can't understand
The
it.
problem is when people are like, okay, we see nothing, this is super zoomed in, you have no, like, is there the zoomed out photo? Like, what's going on? Like, nothing, and then they get so angry and defensive because they're like, no, I definitely caught ghosts. No, I'm definitely being followed by demons. How dare you say this isn't real? Like, come on.
Okay.
If you're willing to post it, and you know your shit's bullshit, you gotta be ready for the comments.
Yeah.
I guess they're defensive because they know it's bullshit.
Yeah. exactly.
Or they can't actually prove anything.
Or they just want it to be real and they don't want to hear anything else.
Yeah.
Because it's a deeply held personal belief, or tied to a deeply held personal
like
belief.
people telling wild stories that are bullshit.
Oh yeah,
And
I mean,
just,
people. Basically, the point of this is social media is a cancer. No one should be online ever.
Social media is a cancer.
I'm not going to go that far since I own a marketing company. I'm not going to say that. Be on social. That makes me money.
I think social media is fun and everything, but there's a certain limit to
there's a dark side.
What you can do on there. Yeah, like, I don't see what's the hype in faking something when people are so passionate about it. You're making it a fucking joke.
Exactly.
And I don't fuck with that. That pisses me off.
Fuck with that.
I'm here for the real shit. I want to know what the fuck is out there. I want to see some Sam Squanches and shit like that. I do not fucking want to deal with your fake ass Sasquatch picture that you dubbed in from a logo. Don't piss me off. Like, it makes me mad.
Love it.
It makes me fucking mad.
All right, we're gonna cool down. We're gonna take a break. When we get back, Jordan, you're fired up. You're going next.
Ready.
All right, we'll be right back. And we are back. We cooled down a little bit, but I know Jordan's gonna get fired up again.
Yeah, I am. I am.
So let's take it away.
Ready.
So my first one, I say this with the utmost respect. I don't mean to be condescending or rude or anything, but everything that's not exactly a nice ghost, quote unquote, is considered demonic.
They always say, "Oh, it's demonic. It's
Like,
demons."
I was just talking to a coworker about this today. I'm like, dude, I know people in here are religious, but like, why is it only Catholics or like Christians the one getting demonically possessed?
Yeah, no
Like,
one else.
why? Like, why don't I see, like, I don't know, people in like fucking Egypt, Saudi Arabia, like, or like places in England talking about all these crazy demonic possessions all the time, but in America you see everybody that has a cross on their wall possibly like possessed. Like, why does that stuff happen? Why is it only specific religions? Why don't we hear about it in other religions? And I think that's why when we like have all these topics, people are like, "Oh, it's demonic." Because they shoved a rock down the steps and they seem like they're trying to attack you. It's demonic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, can we use the word negative next time? They're pissed about something.
We're
Like,
just
maybe
angry.
it's not that serious yet. You know, like, because, like, so obviously there can be some really scary shit out there. Like, I don't doubt for a second that somebody could possibly, like, be possessed. Who knows what the fuck goes on? But I just don't think that we should. There's some people out there that chalk everything up to it being demonic.
Yeah, I think that word gets used a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of just becomes a synonym for negative and unpleasant. But I think that I have no research on this. So, but I remember, and it was possibly in a CCD course that I was in, because it's a really old memory. But I remember once being told something to the effect of, if you have like a ghost or a spirit, according to Catholic doctrine, it is automatically either an angel or a devil, because obviously it's not God, and human souls are either in heaven or hell. You don't wander around.
Okay.
Oh.
See, this is what I
That's
need.
why
I don't know
Catholics
shit
don't
about
believe in
religion.
ghosts.
Yeah,
So, like,
but-
I need to know. Like, I went to freaking church with my family until I was probably like 10. And then, like, I never did CCD. I never did any of that stuff, so I don't know anything
I don't
about
know any of that.
what anybody believes in. This is just my opinion.
I think it's interesting as kind of like a mythology with a framework like any other kind of mythology. So I think, well, I wouldn't consider myself Catholic. Like, I don't go to church. I don't fucking believe in anything. Like, I am spiritually dead.
Which is completely fine if people are religious. Like,
Yes,
completely
we're
fine.
not
Whatever.
getting at
You can
that.
have religion,
yeah.
no problem.
Yep.
Like, if you're getting something positive out of it, you should fucking have it.
Hell yeah.
But I think at least from the having been raised Catholic perspective, I think that's what that is for Catholicism. I think there are a lot of other Christian denominations. Like I know there's a large evangelical proponent of exorcisms. There used to be some guy who he had like 3 daughters who were trained exorcists, and they would go around and like wave Bibles and lay hands, like laying. It's like lay preacher stuff elevated, combined with like the Exorcist films, pop culture exorcist. It's very weird. So I'm sure there's a way that charismatic Christianity can latch onto that, like it can latch onto fucking anything. Yeah. And I also think that there are other cultures and other non-Christian religions that have more positive experiences with channeling spirits of the dead or even evil spirits. Like, I think it might be a voodoo practice, I'm trying to do it right, where the spirit doesn't necessarily possess you, but kind of wears your like clothing and the phrases it rides.
Yes, we went over that when we were talking about.
We did our
the New Orleans stuff.
Yeah.
And we have an episode on demonic possession as well.
Yes, and we have a spiritual one. We talked about hoodoo and voodoo and all that stuff. Yeah.
But we also, I think in the United States, we also come off of like the satanic panic, especially
exactly.
us. Like,
that's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Where it was like all absolutely buck wild for a while. It was like there was that a lot of horror movies doing the possession thing in the media, and then people started doing like past life therapy, or no, it was like repressed memory therapy, where someone said she was being abused by a cult, but it was all fake memories that her therapist implanted. And then Jesus. It like people started legislating about it because it was like this like wild fear mongering thing. I think basically it all comes down to fear.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I think that it scares people so much, which makes completely perfect sense. That naturally every time something isn't exactly as nice as we hope it would be, they're just immediately like, it's gotta be a demon, and it grinds my fucking gears.
Like if you're at a place where there was a bad if you're investigating a prison and there was a lot of death mates on death row and in solitary confinement, they're probably not good people.
Lots of murders.
Me and my sister just watched an episode of I almost said Ghost Encounters, Ghost Adventures, and this guy had seen something, like he had been hearing things and seeing this like woman, and then like it was affecting everybody in the house, and like he was thinking that he could help it and all this stuff, and it was really intense. So I'm like really paying attention because I'm like, is this fucking bullshit or is this real? Like I'm really trying to figure it out. And then they had the like people from the church come in, and then they lost me a little bit because I'm like, really? But like I get it. If it's serious, you have to try to figure out what to do. What's the best thing to figure out to do? You send in somebody that does exorcisms and shit like that. And I guess like it helped and stuff like that. But my thing is like, is there other routes we can take? Like say it happens to somebody that's not super religious. Why and how do we know that the Catholic Church is going to come in and fix it? Like, how do you know specifics like that? That's honestly, my question. That's what I'm questioning, I should say.
I wonder if it would be more along the lines of, like, say you had a ghost, would it depend on, like, what the ghost believed when they were alive? Or would it depend upon, like, what...
Ooh, that's a good question.
The homeowner,
very good question.
Believed while they were alive. So, say, like, you had a ghost that was... I mean, I guess in the United States... Like, we got a lot of people who believe, in Jesus. And I guess, if you got a more modern ghost, you got, maybe your ghost believes in Jesus, so you invoke Jesus and the ghost fucks off because he thinks he has to. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
But I like, if ghosts can speak any language, why does anything work? Maybe it only works because the ghost has to believe it can work. Does it go both ways? I don't know. What are the rules?
We could go down a dark rabbit hole with this.
Yeah, it's a very... my thing is just like, I think other chances or other ideas should be made other than full-blown panicking.
Yeah, right.
That's probably true. That's probably true.
Because I like to watch the show Supernatural, and they have a lot of, like, ghost episodes where like these ghosts have been wronged and they're like super fucking mean. Like really mean. And who's to say that's not what's happening? And we just take it there to the most extreme.
The most extreme. Speaking of the most extreme, what's your next grievance?
Mine
What's your
is
next pet peeve?
Are you ready? Overly dramatic investigators.
Yes.
That think that everything is fucking paranormal or something is like a little creak and a crack that you're in a fucking old ass mansion is a goddamn ghost walking up to you.
Yep.
Or other people on the other side of this spectrum is skeptics being overly fucking skeptical. Like, oh, that wasn't an EVP. That was you mumbling to yourself and blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, like, are you fucking serious?
My God.
If there's a video that's me not moving my mouth and you're going to tell me that it's me, how? Because even those people that do those mime puppet motherfucking things, you can still tell that they're moving their mouth.
Or the skeptics that'll make like a huge train series of events to explain this one thing, and you're like, dude, you just like made this huge maze of a puzzle to try to make this thing
Or they'll have like some reason for the orb. They'll have some reason for like somebody being shoved. They'll have some reason for like everything. And it'll be something stupid. And they try to get so technical and so like scientific. And I'm like, you're talking about angles and shit now, and you totally fucking lost everybody in the group.
They're not even there.
Yeah. And you have so much to say.
You have so much to say, and you're not even in the place.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves. That stuff.
What about, I mean, you said the overly dramatic investigators. What about the ones that, like, you might talk about him.
Like,
the ones
where
that
everything's
get
like
overly angry at the spirits
like,
because they're not getting anything.
Yeah, but then also one of my big things is like, they'll be like, oh, do you feel that? I feel that. Oh my gosh. There's oh my gosh. And then they like fucking lose their shit and it drives me nuts.
You hear the dramatic music in the background and it's like, well.
And that's it.
The audience has experienced
nothing.
And
I'm like, we don't know what you're experiencing. You're not telling us. You're just fucking flipping out. You're just making it super unhinged. Yeah. So it's almost you cause it to go to, did you really feel anything? Like, is this just TV? You know, like, and that's not cool either.
Yeah.
Like, that annoys me.
It's like those when you're watching Ghost Adventures and they have those like previews, like what's coming up next, like before a commercial break.
Yeah.
And it's like something dramatic. Oh my god! And like the camera shakes and gets all crazy. Like oh my god, what's gonna happen next?
And it's a bat.
And it's like it's a bat, or they tripped.
Or a deer
like,
came running at them or some stupid shit like
and
that.
It's like why do that? Like I get it, you need the viewership.
It's
but
TV.
Come on. And like some of them get so angry, like they start like puffing up their chest, like, yeah, come at me, ghosts! Or like, you're not giving us anything. What's wrong with you? Come at me. It's like
or like, another thing is like they'll hear like, so people that are at the haunted location will be telling their story and then like all of a sudden an investigator will be like, oh, and like start smiling all creepy and start acting real creepy, and then like everybody else in the camera crew's like, oh my god, what's wrong with you? What are you feeling? And then like he's like, and like being mad weird, and I'm like, bro, you just heard that this happens to people and now you're gonna act like that? Do we trust you?
Exactly.
That's weird.
Exactly.
Stop that. Knock that shit off. It's fake. I know it is, and I don't trust you.
Of course.
Social media is a cancer.
Sorry, it's like my pet peeves piss me off, and I get really mad. Just act normal, like don't just act normal. Everybody's weird, but still, like
act normal.
Be like professional. This is people's like people love this stuff, and people want the real shit.
Yeah.
Like people that look for UFOs and shit like that, they don't need to see your fucking bullshit like over example of that. Just like how we don't want to see that shit in paranormal, like with ghosts. Leave it.
Yeah. And
we want to see the real shit.
If you're trying to talk to spirits, talk to them like a human being, because guess what? They were at one point. Like they're just regular people that died. Like unless you're at a prison or an insane asylum, there might be some unhinged things there. But in any other place, they're just people that died.
Yeah.
They're not all demonic. They're not. You don't have to talk mean to all of them.
Yeah.
These were good, Jordan.
Or be like, I'm mad, and then you fucking start punching the wall, break a camera, and then you're like, oh my god, I don't know what came over me.
Oh my god.
Like, and then nobody else is having the same shit except the one investigator that's dramatic.
Ready? Hashtag Zach Baggins.
Hashtag Zach Baggins.
Sorry, no disrespect to you, dude. I watched you growing up, and you're one of the reasons I got into this. But come on, man.
I love the episodes, but now his shit used to be so spooky, and they used to be so serious. And now I couldn't even get through their last season because every 5 seconds it was like, "Oh, do you feel that?" No EVPs, no like literal evidence. It was all just how they felt. Like, but even
Only
Billy and
vibes.
Aaron are starting to do it. Like, can you guys like just for fuck's sake, just get me something real?
They had a good run. Cancel them. We're putting Ghost Encounters on TV.
And you know what? I'm going to take a jab at the Travel Channel. You got rid of Ghost Brothers. You got rid of all of my Jack Osborne stuff. You got rid of all the other shows that I freaking loved. And you only kept Ghost Adventures. What? Like, what happened to Project Fear? That show was so good.
They're only on YouTube now because the network canceled it.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. So Travel Channel, I have a bone to pick with you.
Yes.
We're fighting.
All right. Before we fight, actually fight, get in the car, go fight. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And we are back. Hannah, it is now your turn to give us your paranormal pet peeves.
I feel like I should have great ones, and I fucking don't. Because I'm just like, yeah, people are doing whatever.
Hannah's like, everything's a pet peeve of mine. I can't weed them out.
Pretty much.
Either I absolutely fucking hate it, or I'm just like, you know what, whatever, I don't pay your bills. I can make my peace with just about anything. But I'm not going to lie to you, I did not winnow my list down at all. I'm going to give you 2 because that is appropriate.
She had a list, and let me tell you, she had a list.
You know, I just got to tell you, because we just talked about it, but Zach Baggins is also on that list. I know, I have to apologize to Justin, because I know for a long time Zach Baggins was Justin's dude. And
he was my dude, he was my hero, but not anymore. He has disappointed me.
I just roll up and I'm like, fuck Zach Baggins.
Hannah, are you going to talk about this one?
Which one?
The Love God.
Yes, that's the other one I was going to talk about.
Okay, good.
Okay, that one will just lead me right into this one, because Zach Baggins bought the Dybbuk box, right?
Yes.
I remember being a teenager when the Dybbuk box story, like, broke, and it was like, yes, a modern ghost story that I can't refute. I loved it. I was into it. It had, like, fucking the taste of religion about it. Right? And I just fucking, it's so interesting.
It had the mystery, it had the weird look, like it had everything that you wanted.
It was spooky. And then it was fake. And like the it's like I hope I'm not telling you this for the first time and breaking your heart, because it kind of broke my heart. But
what do you mean it's fake?
The Dybbuk box is fake. It's fake. I mean, it's a thing that exists, but there's like a guy made it up on eBay because he was like a journalist and he was looking to sell the story.
Oh my gosh!
It was like a writer.
Does this mean that all Dybbuk boxes are just completely made up? They have never been an actual
It's like
thing?
not necessarily a thing.
Because there's like research on them.
That's what I thought. I thought they actually tried to entrap demons into these vessel things, and then
I mean, there's precedent for that, but this specific sort, like trapping specifically a Dybbuk in something, is not how a Dybbuk works.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. And like, don't at me on any of this shit. I'm not an expert. I saw the fucking expose, and it broke my heart. But the Dybbuk box is like verified fake. But Zach Baggins apparently it is the only item in his paranormal museum that is not priced at the paranormal, like not for sale, but it doesn't say what he paid for it. So I'm sure this man just paid an egregious amount of money for this thing, and then they said, hey, this is fake, I made this all up to sell this thing on eBay and also come up with a pretty good story for like creepypasta or whatever.
I didn't know that.
But it's still there, and like people still touch it and get haunted. So like, did we create a ghost? Who knows? What did we bind inside the Dybbuk box? Is it real now? Like, what are the rules? Is it fake? Like, but it also makes me nuts. It makes me nuts that it is fake.
I feel your
verified
passion.
fake, and people are still like getting haunted by it. And I'm like, people.
Well, there's like this one.
It's like people who post shit on Facebook and then lie.
He was on YouTube. He was like, I used to
was it
watch
on the
him.
episode of?
He used to go and watch. I mean, he used to go to like haunted places, and then he ordered a fucking Dybbuk box offline, and he opened the wax that was like that had hair in it and everything, and then weird fucking shit started happening.
Isn't this what we saw on that show? What was it called?
Paranormal Camera. I love that fucking show.
That was wild because I was trying to debunk what was going on, and it was really hard to.
Yeah, because he was sitting there, and then all of a sudden something fell off of the back of his wall, and he turned around, and he genuinely looked scary. Because here's my thing: not everybody is good at acting. So how are you going to tell me somebody that's sitting here and is just like me? I cannot act. I can barely lie. Let me tell you, if something falls off the fucking wall behind me, that's raw fucking emotion. Like, I am not lying when I'm freaked out. So I give him the props. He genuinely looks scared.
And everything was timed beautifully.
It's different in reality TV because they are some form of acting.
And they have a whole network behind them that can pay exuberant amount of money to fake all kinds of stuff and do things. But the timing, they put the K2 meter next to the Dybbuk box.
Yeah.
It was in the red, and as soon as the wax was broken.
And he made sure to show under the table, too.
All the stuff started falling all over the place. Like, it was nuts.
He made sure to show, because he knew people were going to think he was fucking lying.
If that was fake, that was really good.
It was really good fake, that's for sure.
Because I believed it.
Yeah, me too. And
I fucking believed
it. He didn't stay in his house. He left his house. So why would you do that why would you go through all of that bullshit and have somebody come and cleanse your house and shit like that and waste your time if it was fake?
It was wild.
There's also, I guess, the angle you can take where even if it is not necessarily happening, I'm sure people believe it is.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
when you're going on matters of belief, people get very serious.
So was your pet peeve was just in general Dybbuk box?
I'm mad that the Dybbuk box is fake. I'm mad that it's fake and people are still getting haunted by it like it's actually haunted.
You have another name
distilling
there. Talk about that one.
Oh, Amityville also.
Because I love this because everybody knows my stance with Amityville.
I don't know what your stance is.
We had a whole episode.
We had an episode on it.
Was I on that one? I don't think I was.
So everybody knows that I'm halfy. I believe in science. I also believe in the paranormal. But when it comes to Ed and Lorraine Warren, my spider senses are unhinged. And I believe that Amityville was just one of those things that they fucking just
made up,
pulled out of their butt cracks, and was we're gonna make this famous, and we're gonna make a fucking movie, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna make a shitload of money.
I just that one, the whole pigs and dead things,
Jody the pig,
and the fucking
Ronnie
sludge,
DeFeo,
the green sludge coming out of walls and stuff like that. There was just some really weird shit.
That stuff is weird.
And I was like, really? And then you hear about their next big thing, which is the Conjuring stuff. And then I'm like, she still went to her deathbed saying that the Amityville house was one of the most scariest and something that petrified the living shit out of her. I'm like, you're scared of that over I would be more scared of the Conjuring. The whole fucking Conjuring thing freaks me the fuck out. You could stay in that goddamn house and you know for sure from hearing from other people that shit's all unhinged.
I think Ed and Lorraine Warren lived in the fantasy for so long that they started to believe it. That's what I think. I think they faked it, and I think that they convinced themselves that they were the heroes for so long.
And hey, I don't doubt the fact that they had knowledge of demons. I don't doubt the fact that she could have been a sensitive. I don't doubt any of that stuff. But it's real weird that there's a lot of creditable people out there. What's his name? Oh, what's his freaking name? His last name's Coffee or something like that.
Oh, Chip Coffee?
Chip Coffee. Love that guy. We don't see no movies about shit. He do.
Yeah.
Why? Because he is so credible. But he's not out here spitting some crap saying really crazy scary things that people are going to pick up and talk about. But he is dope. He's a really cool dude.
Well, they didn't come up with the whole sludge on the wall and the pigs and stuff. That was the homeowners.
Yeah.
But two things that are strange with Amityville. First, Ed and Lorraine Warren did get one of the best paranormal photos ever in history, and that's the boy in the staircase.
I know the photo that you're talking about.
And it looks so much like the little boy that died. It's uncanny.
It's a really, really good photo.
They didn't have Photoshop back then. You just don't. You have black and white.
They
film.
had Photoshop when Abraham Lincoln's wife was doing shit. Shut up.
They had something.
Sorry, that was mean.
It wasn't Photoshop, but
they knew how to trick the camera back when Abe Lincoln was
still
alive.
edit photos. There were still
There's
ways
no
to
way.
edit a
You
photo.
don't know.
You just had to do some like darkroom bullshit that I don't know how to do.
So this is the only reason
it sounds like alchemy.
The only reason I'm so harsh with them is because of how everything they found in their career, almost all of it became a movie. And that's the only reason why I'm having a really tough time believing in most of their stuff because of that.
If we got movies about our stuff, would you then hate our stuff?
We first off, let me be completely blunt with you. Let me be completely blunt with you. You will never catch me being that that specific about things, and like the only thing, it's like they had it set up to become famous though. In their defense, this is me defending them, they had the great like roots to become the best paranormal couple on the planet. She's fucking,
they're like a cool story,
a seer or some shit, and like he's like the only person that wasn't from the church that was a demonologist and like really fucking good at it. Yeah, like what he was doing. So like they had good roots to become famous, so like I can't shit on them for that. But it's just weird to me. It's hard for me to completely believe in the stuff that
maybe they just sold out.
Like we don't know. I don't know.
Maybe they started out with good intentions.
Let me bite my tongue a little bit, because she said, "Don't fuck with the Annabelle doll," and now Annabelle's on tour, fucking shit up around America. Yeah, so like there is some things where I can say, okay, they was on to something.
That one is definitely 100%.
Yeah,
100% real.
So I can't completely shit
on
The only
thing with Amityville that's the strangest thing to me is how the guy's shooting a high-powered lever-action rifle in a home, and no one woke up.
Yeah.
Because everyone shot in their beds, perfectly asleep.
Robert Defoe?
Ronnie DeFeo?
Ronnie DeFeo? There we go.
How is that possible? That's the thing that is so strange to me about Amityville. But anyway.
I don't have an answer for that.
So, what is another one of your paranormal pet peeves?
Related to the Conjuring franchise.
Were you done talking about your Amityville stance?
Oh,
I feel like you didn't really say much about it.
Oh, no, that's okay. It was another one that like everybody said, "Oh yeah, we faked it," but everybody still wants to suck Amityville's dick.
Like I know
I got it.
I know the homeowners were fucked up in the stuff that they were saying, 100%. Not all the stuff. The homeowners were very weird. They owed a lot of money.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in this story too. Yeah, I know what that's like. Everybody knows what that's like.
Their story was not cohesive amongst each other, and yeah.
And like I don't know, maybe we cutting people a break.
Yeah, I mean, with my debt that I have right now, I need a story. I need an Amityville at this point.
Okay, who wants to be the exorcist, and who wants to be the psychic? Jordan can be the psychic.
All right, I'll be the exorcist.
Okay. I'll be the psychic.
I'll hold the camera.
Okay.
Oh my god, why aren't you the psychic?
I'm not.
Give yourself a fucking storyline. Anna's the ghost boy. We're taking a picture of the ghost boy.
Okay. Related to The Conjuring, was also my other pet peeve, and that is blame it on a witch.
Oh, that's a good one.
Where it's like, oh, this place is haunted because a witch lived here and she conjured up demons, and now they're still in the house and they infected the land.
There was a witch
and so
story.
It's really just was
is it Bell Witch?
Yeah, the Bell Witch.
Okay,
yeah,
the Bell Witch.
The Bell Witch.
I actually love the Bell
Witch.
Me
cool
too.
Stories.
That's a cool story.
But here's the other thing with that, is we know what history has told us is that a lot of people were falsely accused of witches. A lot of women who either disobeyed their husbands or liked to read were called witches. So can't say that there were that many alive witches summoning up demons all over the place.
Hannah, sorry, I feel like I cut you off of your train of thought.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
It was specifically I think I was talking about maybe the second Conjuring movie. I think I only saw the first two.
I've never seen any.
Oh shit.
The second one doesn't involve the witch, the first one does.
The one where it was like the witch threw up into the homeowner's mouth.
Ew.
Yeah, the first one.
Was that the first one?
I would throw up.
Yeah, that was like.
Oh my god, this is why I don't watch fucking scary movies. You guys are unhinged.
Climbed on top of her, black sludge puke just pouring right into her mouth, and all of a sudden the homeowner's coming out like, "Oh, sorry, got got a little
something,
sick.
something over here.
Oh my
That
goodness
happened.
gracious.
Yeah, that lives in my deep reptilian brain forever. Thank you very
my
much.
God.
Worst scene in anything I ever saw ever.
What is that shit called? Ectoplasm. The
Ectoplasm?
weird little
That was
floppy
something.
stuff.
It was something. It was just 100% pure digested evil.
I like that. That's funny.
But what was the whole point was the whole haunting was just blamed on a witch, where she was the evil one in the haunting. But I was like, oh come on, man. So this is really a movie thing and not necessarily like something that I see all the time, because I do love it as kind of a story element sometimes, but I just thought it was a
But
cheap
hey, look,
angle for
you brought a perfect thing to light about Salem witch trials too. They blamed it all on witches when it could have just been somebody had epilepsy and had seizures, or there were other
Everybody's getting the poison.
logical things that could have happened, and they were like, nah, motherfucker's a witch.
Definitely
a
witches.
witch.
Definitely witches. Gotta start. Was it the witch trials? The guy who was crushed beneath the
Yes.
Giles Corey, 80-some years old, was pressed to death
Yep.
by having a board laid on top of him and heavy stones placed on top, and they kept asking him, "Are you a witch?" He kept saying, like, basically he wasn't really answering them, but with his, like, they kept piling it on, because they just wanted him to say, "Yes, I'm a witch. Yes, I made a deal with the devil."
It was torture.
That's what they wanted to hear, and he didn't, so he's not going to say it. And with his dying last breath, they asked him again, and he said, "More weight."
Ooh,
And then the last stone went off on top.
What a
and crushed
badass.
him. He was
What a
he was a
badass.
total badass.
He was
I
the
got
first
goosebumps.
baddie.
I know. He did get goosebumps.
He is the original baddie of us all.
I remember we went to Salem. I was like, I gotta find it. I gotta find his marker, and like, because
That is
they don't
so
know where the
fucking
graves
metal.
and they don't know where the bodies are. But they have a nice, well, not nice, but they have a memorial thing where they have a section of stones that have all their names carved into it. And I wanted to find Giles Corey because, like,
He's such a
badass
badass.
motherfucker.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
could you? I don't think I have balls big enough to do that. To be
No.
like, yeah,
No.
fuck you, I'm gonna go.
What a.
I just, yeah, I did it. I'm a witch.
Yeah, like, I don't know if I would
Sorry.
keep or not in that situation. That's an extreme situation. That's a lot of stress on your body to be going through.
And
For you to keep a
and
conscious
everyone's
mind.
watching.
He must have
Everyone's
had a
watching.
very strong mind.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and body.
Like next
And
level.
yeah, he must have
Next
really
level.
have been a strong motherfucker.
Grandpa Giles is working out.
Yeah, he was a badass.
The hardest motherfucker in existence is Giles Corey. Was Giles Corey. Oh.
R.I.P.
But that was, those were my pet peeves, unless you want me to read the rest of the list. But.
I like your next one.
Go on. Yeah, let's do one more
Do
before
one
we get to
more.
the end. Yeah, do one more.
The one, which one? Is it the one about...
the Ouija board.
Oh, yeah!
I love this.
Teenagers with a Ouija board let the demons in. That's another one.
Well,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was just talking about during our break. I was talking with a coworker today about like some of my pet peeves because she was really interested because she's more religious and she's not really into a lot of like this kind of shit, but she really like enjoys when I talk about some of the things that we do here. And I was giving her kind of the rundown of stuff, and she was like, I talked about how we were previously talking with somebody else, and they kind of are more open with using Ouija boards, and they don't understand why we aren't, but they're also from a different country. And I was kind of giving her the rundown, and I was like immediately like, no, I will never fuck with a Ouija board. Like that whole thing freaks me out to no end, that I could just have somebody just like waltzing up in here when I have a nice peaceful ass home, and I'd like to keep it that way. So I won't even try it. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if I believe that it's going to be that serious, but I'm not going to try that.
I mean, you open the door, better be ready for what's on the other side.
That's why I'm a little standoffish with the whole thing. I don't know.
I mean,
Not that I don't know if I believe, I'm just scared. I'm scared. I'm good.
I think you could also angle it in a sort of direction. I mean, I understand wanting to keep your home peaceful from like anything, and you don't want to let in like, elderly Mavis who just likes to knock cups off the table. It's like, come on,
exactly.
And
I also have dogs, so like my dogs are my children.
And they
leave them the
might
fuck
not
alone.
understand.
Yeah, like
or they
don't,
might pest the dogs.
Yeah, like I can't think about something happening to my dog. Thanks a lot, Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
But it's also like if you're somebody who's like, demons, demons come through the Ouija board. It's like
where
lots of
could
things
it
can
could be
come through a Ouija
overhyped.
board. It doesn't have to be a demon, because I think Ouija boards are very dubious. Because when I was in college, I fucked around with a Ouija board. Me and two chicks who I was trying to be friends with. Yeah, literally nothing happened. It was just gibberish the
That's
whole
how
time.
Keith was. Keith did it in Salem.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, we're still here, we're still alive, nothing's in the fucking house. I'm like, what?
I was
There's
so
a ghost in here.
I was so annoyed. And I was just put off by Ouija boards forever.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
I mean, I do think they probably are a good vessel of communication if you're in the right place with the right spirits, but just opening up in a dorm room or a random house, you're probably not going to get anything.
yeah, that's also valid.
But what if you're with somebody that's not, like, Hannah's very, I don't know how to describe how, not like emotionally aware, but she, I feel like, has a strongness to her, and I feel like if you have somebody that's not like Hannah, more like, people may not know that they have something going on at home, or like they're kind of at a low point in their life that people may not know, and they decide to do this with their friends, and maybe that could impact the circle
I mean,
and cause like a infringement. I don't know.
All the stories I've read, when there is a haunting and it's caused by a Ouija board, it usually has been someone who is going through some kind of emotional trauma.
Yeah, and they may
to make
not
them more
realize
susceptible
that, yeah.
to something like that.
Yeah, because
So I get that.
I think that's like the only thing that I'm always like fucked. So I would prefer not to. I prefer not to let. I'm always stressed out. I'm always anxious. So I'd prefer not to try to do something thinking I'm a badass motherfucker and then get my ass whooped by a ghost. So that's just my opinion.
So are for you Ouija boards just like the Dybbuk box?
I do tend to be skeptical of a Ouija board because my own experience with one
which
was
makes
lackluster.
sense.
But that said, repetition is important in science, and
Very
I
true.
would try it again.
Okay, so then let's do it. Let's do it.
Buying a Ouija board.
Let's do it at one of our investigations.
All right, okay. I'll buy the
Okay.
Ouija board.
I will be outside.
Yeah, Jordan
Jordan will
can
have to leave the building.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
I will. You guys do that shit when I'm gone. Like, I'm talking like I'm in my car driving home. You guys can stay. I'm not going back into that motherfucking building that night when you got that shit out there. That is something that I don't know if it's just like I said, my little spidey senses. I don't know if they're like, girl, some shit would happen if you did that. Like, I don't know. It just, for some reason, it's one thing in the paranormal that literally freaks me the fuck out.
For
I
sure,
respect
for
your
sure.
boundary.
All right. Well, have you
Thank
ever
you for that. I
used?
appreciate y'all.
Have you ever used a Ouija board? Let us know what happens.
Write in.
But we have a spooky fan story coming up, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
If you're loving the Ghost Encounters podcast, be sure to hit subscribe and drop us a 5-star rating. Stay connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Ghost Encounters PA. For haunted merch, head over to ghost-encounters.com and check out the spooky shop for all our exclusive items. Want to unlock the full Ghost Encounters experience? Become a spooky VIP on Patreon. With your membership, you'll get ad-free episodes, early access, discounts on exclusive merch, and bonus content that brings you closer to the mysteries and the macabre that we explore. Ready to join our haunted community and jump into the shadows? Visit patreon.com/Ghost Encounters Podcast and take your place among the VIPs of the paranormal.
Here's a hauntingly good drink to pair while you listen to Ghost Encounters podcast. It's mead from Colony Meadery, right here in the Lehigh Valley. Mead is alcohol made from honey, and Colony Meadery crafts one-of-a-kind meads from bold and flavorful to award-winning classics. Whether you like sweet, tart, zesty, or refreshing, they have a flavor to match anyone's taste. Discover your new favorite spirit at colonymeadery.com. Looking for a marketing company that's hauntingly effective? Well, Ghost Marketing Company provides expert white label marketing for your business. They bring your brand to life with social media management, eye-catching graphics, targeted ad campaigns, and stunning photography and video production. With Ghost Marketing, you get all the benefits of a marketing team without big agency pricing. It's so good, it's scary. Are you ready to grow your business? Visit ghostmarketingco.com. That's ghostmarketingco.com.
And we are back. We have a interesting spooky fan story for you, and Jordan is going to read.
Yay, I feel like I haven't read in a while, so I'm a little nervous, so sorry if I stumble. So this spooky fan story was sent in by Julia. She says, "Hi, I'm a pretty new listener, and I just listened to the Spectral Dreams episode. Justin spoke of a dream he had of his relatives playing with his niece. I've had a similar experience. I know them as visitation dreams. Basically, it's when a loved one checks in through a dream to tell you something. For me, it usually happens when I'm struggling with something. My first visitation dream was the week after I lost my childhood dog, Luna.
Oh, that's a pretty name, too.
Yeah, it is a pretty name. You had a cat named Luna.
Yes, I did have a cat named Luna.
Let me be clear, without Luna, I never would have fully made it to my 20s.
Girl, I know what you're talking about when it comes to your dog, believe me.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate that I have not had to go through this yet, but my dog is currently 12, and I'm really sad. It makes me so upset to think about, so my heart goes out to you.
We're glad you're still here.
Yes,
Yeah.
super glad. I don't typically dream at all anymore, but on that night I had the most vivid dream of my Lou, I'm assuming for Luna, running to me through a field I used to bring her to. Oh my goodness, this is a tearjerker.
Yep. Great, we're gonna cry.
Yeah, I'm like already almost there. She came up to me, wiggling the way she did in her youth, talking to me in a way she did when she needed something. Big smile on her face. Oh. When she ran back across the field and disappeared into the sunlight. I was struggling with whether or not I made the right choice letting her go. She was 15 and struggling. Luna came to me to reassure me that she was happy and free and able to move. Sorry, I'm really trying not to cry. To move better than she had been able to in years. I still miss her every single day, but her visitation made it clear I made the right choice. Whoa, that was rough for me. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I'm really sorry.
Oh.
Like, my eyes are literally watering. I'm such a little baby. Sorry. That was really emotional. Another instance of a visitation dream in my family is from my mother before my older brother was born. My mother's grandfather passed away. She wanted very badly for him to be around long enough to meet my brother, but unfortunately that wasn't possible. After my brother was born, my mom distinctly remembers seeing her grandfather leaning over the bassinet where my brother slept, basically just checking in. We've had a handful of other experiences in my family, both comforting and questionable, but these are two examples that correlate to the Spectral Dreams episode I just listened to. Thank you for taking the time to read.
Oh my god.
Holy fucking shit.
That could not have been easy to write in and type out. So
Yeah.
thank you very much for sharing and being brave and doing that, because
Because that was so special.
yeah,
That was
Like,
super
Very
emotional.
heartfelt. And
Wow.
I got the goosebumps again.
yeah.
Yeah, if anybody's watching the video right now, you definitely saw my bottom lip jiggle a couple times through that
Uh-huh.
one.
Yep.
Tried to hold it together the best I could. But wow, I would love to hear more.
Yeah,
I feel
I'd
like
hear more too.
you
This
have a
is
lot of good
great.
ones here. And dreams are so fun. Like
They're so
They
fascinating.
can be so emotional and so like there's like these crazy details that can correlate.
Right, they feel
with what
some of
you're
them
going-
feel so real.
Yeah,
and,
it's so cool. It's just fascinating. I love
yes.
the dreams.
But I know that wasn't easy. So
Yes,
thank you for
thank you so
sharing
much.
and writing in. Yeah, definitely want to hear more. This has been a roller coaster of an episode now.
Yeah.
From
oh my god.
from laughing and getting angry, and now we're all just basically on the verge
In
of
awe.
Everybody's
Yeah.
hugging
weeping.
each other and crying and going upstairs to get to my dog.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy my dog a treat on the way home. Buddy.
Okay. So
Treats for dogs and grandpas. Give your
Reel
grandpa
ourselves in.
a treat today.
yes,
I'm sorry.
Hannah is that bitch. Yep. She is going to be the one to take the mood and flip it.
Try to
our
make us all
benefit.
cry.
I
a black
got
joke.
uncomfortable and I had to make a joke. I got uncomfortable and I had to make a joke. I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. That is core Hannah.
Please write more. Please write more
Yeah.
fan stories, and we'll read anything. Even
Thank
if
you for listening.
Yeah.
Also, you're
Yes,
a new
thanks for
listener.
being a new listener.
Yeah, and then we just fucked off for 2 months.
yeah, she's probably like, "Where the fuck is my story? Damn it!" Like,
Well, it's here now, and we
It's
want to
there.
hear more.
Thank you.
And you know what else we want to hear? We shared some of our paranormal pet peeves. What are yours?
yeah.
Did
That'd
you
be
agree with any of the ones that we said? Do you disagree with any of the ones that we said? Or do you have others that we didn't say and that maybe we should talk about? I want to hear what some of your
Yeah.
paranormal pet peeves
Or
are.
you could educate us on some of our comments and say like, "Hey, I know you think this way, but this
Yeah.
is probably a better way of looking at it." I would love to see something.
See,
like
the great
that too.
thing about us
totally.
is that we totally welcome things like that. Like, we totally welcome criticism. We totally welcome, different ideas, different approaches.
Yes.
Like, we welcome that shit. So, write to us. Do we need more spooky fan stories? I feel like we always need more spooky fan stories.
We have two
day.
more as of right now.
Okay, so we have some in the bank, but we do need some more.
It's not a very large bank.
It's not a very
It's a
large
dwindly
bank.
bank. It's usually how we go. Usually when we kick back up on episodes, people start getting a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, people
sensitive.
get interested.
I'm still waiting for alien stories.
I know, we haven't had one yet.
Or cryptid.
Oh my god, see,
Where's the Sam Squinch?
Right. Tell me someone ran into Sam Squinch.
Yeah, where's the
on
Sam
a camping
Squinch?
trip, you know?
Mothman.
Oh,
Tell me what
Mothman
you
or
found in the
Jersey Devil.
Catskills.
Ooh.
I know some of you have been hiking in the cat. It's like a huge thing.
When we were at Greenway Pride, when we had our table at Greenway Pride, shout out to Greenway Pride and Maggie and Michael and everybody.
Fuck yeah.
Is it the fucking tail end of the episode? I don't know. But we talked to so many cool people who told me so many cool paranormal stories, and I'm like, write us in, take the cards, scan the QRs, please.
Where are the
Where are you?
stories?
What have you done?
To those that were at Greenway Pride, telling us that you had stories that you'd write in, where are they? Because we didn't get the email, we didn't get the message. So let's go.
Yeah.
Come on,
Bring them in.
We're waiting.
Bring them in. I don't want to start acting like the over-aggressive paranormal investigator talking to
Come help me.
right now.
You write it
Come
down.
help me, paranormal stories.
We'll become the pet peeve real quick. We gotta go.
It's us.
It's time to go.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Podcast.
canceled. No, thank you all so much for listening. Write to us. You got ideas? Send us whatever. You want to say anything to us? Even just say hi. Go ahead. Write
We
to us.
did get some submissions of people that put some episodes in. I have to go back.
Oh,
We had
great.
somebody, one of our other spooky fan writers wrote in. I can't remember what they wanted us to do, and then Mark and Carrie also wrote in.
Right.
Oh, Mark and
Carrie.
Carrie. Oh, so speaking of Mark and Carrie, from Sleepy Cat Urban Winery, we're actually going to be doing a group investigation at Sleepy Cat Urban Winery. Tickets are very limited because we're not doing a large group.
But we will be doing it again.
But we'll be doing two separate group times, small groups. I think the first slot's pretty much filled up, so people got to go to the second spot. It's all at night. They're literally closing the place for this. Your ticket includes the investigation and a glass of wine. Who doesn't love to do an investigation, drink some wine?
Heck
Seriously.
yeah.
That's
I'm
such
going to
good
have a
time.
glass of wine. That's for damn sure.
I'm going to have more than one glass of wine.
And Sleepy Cat wine is beautiful. My
is.
parents
it's
love
so good.
It is. So a lot of cool stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Get your tickets. Listen. Write to us. Share it around. Share it to your dog. Share it to your grandpa.
Ghost Encounter Stories.
Give us 5 stars wherever you are.
gmail.com.
We love you all. Yeah, that's it for today. Stay spooky.
Listen to your dreams.
And grab a treat for Grandpa.
Oh my fucking god.
Is that another shirt?
It is. Yes. Oh my
Wow.
God. That's
Okay.
so funny.
We're out.
We're out.
Can us. Goodbye. See you later. See you next time. Bye.